Is there a religious language that no outsider can speak? Now, when I say outsider, I don't mean just anyone. I mean someone who has no initiation into the religion or rite, because many religions have secret handshakes or passwords. But this is different. This is about entire languages. What do I mean by secret religious language? I mean a language that is either completely made up for religious purposes or has a special sacred use within a religion that is different from its original or secular use. Often these languages aren't just words, but ways of chanting, reading, or uttering sounds that are believed to have spiritual power beyond their literal meaning. So what are some examples of such languages? Well, one example is the ancient language of Sanskrit. In Hinduism, it is still used in some Vedic rituals and is considered the most sacred language. However, it's not used in daily life. You won't find a Hindu speaking Sanskrit to his neighbor. Instead, it's reserved for chanting prayers and mantras. Even among Hindus, only those initiated into the Vedic traditions and trained in Sanskrit can properly read and understand the ancient texts. Another example is the Catholic Church's use of liturgical Latin. While Latin is no longer the primary language of the Church in most places, it is still used in the Vatican for certain masses. The Pope and other clergy may use Latin for prayers or blessings. And again, while anyone can technically learn Latin, understanding the nuances in prayers requires years of study. So I would unsay that any outsider truly speaks liturgical Latin, because even most priests today don't use it regularly. Ancient Hebrew is another example. Before the modern revival of the language, Hebrew was used in Jewish prayer and scripture. A person today who reads Hebrew prayers has to translate in their head to understand the meaning. In this case, I would argue that nobody outside of Judaism uses Hebrew in a similar way, because even if someone could read the prayers aloud, understanding the full meaning and intent behind them requires deep knowledge of Jewish culture and tradition. Then there's Coptic, the ancient language of Egyptian Christianity. Coptic is only used in religious services, and most Coptic Christians don't even use it daily. It's too archaic, so outsiders cannot really use it unless they are liturgically trained. Another example is Gəʿez, the ancient Ethiopian liturgical language used by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. It is similar to Arabic and is found in old manuscripts. It is still used in church services today. In addition to these examples, there are many other instances of secret religious language. For instance, some mystical traditions in Sufism, Kabbalah, and other paths speak of a Zabur or angelic scripts. This means that there are said to be divine messages written in coded or symbolic language that can only be deciphered by those with special training. So why do they keep it a secret or sacred? There are probably two main reasons. One, because the language is seen as divine in origin, and only the pure of heart or the properly trained can hope to understand it. Or two, because the language itself is believed to have spiritual power, and they don't want it misused or diluted. Many of these languages are not just a means of communication, but a way of connecting with the divine through sound and symbols. Chanting or reading these words aloud is said to have a transformative effect on the reader or listener, opening them up to higher states of consciousness or allowing them to tap into spiritual energies. But my favorite part about these secret languages is how they connect us to the past. They are living links to ancient traditions and cultures that have survived through time. Speaking these languages allows us to commune with our ancestors and the wisdom they have left behind. But can outsiders learn it? Yes, technically. Anyone can learn a language. But to fully understand and use these secret religious languages, you usually need deep cultural, spiritual, or mystical training. It's not just about learning words and phrases, but about acquiring a certain level of spiritual or intellectual development. Do you know of any other secret religious languages? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.